Let's go. NSCDC.
Yes, we are Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC. We're delighted to be on the block again. Every nature have a place. That is the human race. And here we set the pace on the program, The Defenders Radios You See No Trace. Good people of Nigeria, how are you doing? It's still your security program from the stable of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in conjunction with Citizen 93.7 FM. You know, no station does it better. Well, Afolabi Babale is my name. The National PRO, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. And can you just do me a favor? Just give me about 30 minutes of your time. Why am I saying this? We want to get you acquainted with what we're doing at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. You know, security is a collective responsibility. And you need to know what we're doing at NSCDC. And what is this program all about? This is where we give a security talk, security tips, security enlightenment, and every other security-related issues. And do you know, in all the 36 states of the Federation, we have our commands, being headed by our commandants. And in all the 774 local governments, we have our divisions, being headed by our divisional officers. And in 80% of all these divisions, we have our outposts. Why? Because we bring security down to the grassroots level. And here in Abuja at our national headquarters, we have our arrowhead who happen to be our Commandant General. I'm talking about Dr. Hamid Abubakar Howdy, MNI OFR, the rugged and super duper leader that we're having at a time like this. Well, the mood is right and everything is intact. And I know you'll be wondering what's going on and what I will be doing here on this week edition of the program, The Defenders Radio. I'm delighted to let you know that I'm having a guest in the studio. Actually, he was once on the program where we were able to talk more about the directorate that is heading. But today we're going to talk about his directorate and about a program coming very, very soon. Because at NSCDC, we'll be celebrating by next week, no doubt about that. But before we venture into that, through we are Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC. And you know, this program is aimed at highlighting the achievement of the call under the leadership of our Commandant General, Dr. Hamid Abubakar Howdy, MNI OFR. We are the leading agencies talking about protection of all critical national assets and infrastructure. And what am I talking about? Yes, I mean safeguarding public utilities, critical national assets and infrastructure. I'm talking about such as oil pipelines, power stations, telecommunications facilities, and transportation network. Apart from that, talking about disaster management, that happens to be a part of our core mandate. We don't pray for disaster. But when it happens, NSCDC collaborates with other agencies to respond to emergencies, to mitigate disasters and conduct search and rescue operations. I'm still talking about what we do at NSCDC. We also have a department talking about crisis and conflict resolution. I love this, no doubt about that. Do you know you can bring your case to NSCDC? Just walk up to any state and go to any commands of NSCDC. Maybe you have things and you have a dispute to settle. Without mitigation, you see everything coming out well. That is, we mediate and resolve disputes, conflicts, and community crises to foster peaceful coexistence. Yes, I'm still talking about what we do at NACDC on the Defenders Radio Live on 93.7 FM. We give you the latest update about the happenings at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. But next week, yes, on the 1st of March, 2025, it's a whole celebration at Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps all over the Federation. We'll be celebrating the International Civil Defense Organization. Okay, so you don't know that we are a member nation of the World International Civil Defense Organization based in Geneva, Switzerland. We are the 14th member nation, and we are proud to let you know. Well, talking about the International Civil Defense Day, I have a guest in the studio, and we'll be talking more, elaborating more about that. You go nowhere on the frequency 93.7, and remember the program is live. You get to be part of what we're doing, and very soon I'm going to throw the lines open. But please don't call. Just send your SMS to 080-6225-4163. I'll take that again. 080-6225-4163. Well, I'm talking about my guest in the studio this morning. He happened to be the acting Deputy Commandant General for Critical National Asset and Infrastructure. He has once been on the show, and I'm delighted to bring him. He happened to be one of the committee to organize the International Civil Defense Day for 2025 at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps National Headquarters. But before then, he's still going to educate us more about his directorate. So sit back, relax your mind, and don't you ever touch that dial. Like I said earlier, I'm having the Acting Deputy Commandant General of Critical National Asset and Infrastructure. I'm talking about Dr. Benito Eze, MNI. He's live in the studio with us this morning. Yeah, it's nice having you on the show, sir.
I am Dr. Benito Eze, MNI, the Acting Deputy Commandant General in charge of the Directorate of Critical National Assets and Infrastructure. In the Directorate of Critical National Assets and Infrastructure, we are saddled with the core responsibility of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure spread across the 774 local government areas, 36 states, including the FCT. With our spread in the country, we don't maintain a barrack system of establishment, and it gives us the opportunity and privilege to associate with the Nigerian populace, giving us intelligence, synergizing with other security agencies to ensure that the national assets are effectively protected. You know, there is no country can forge ahead without economic stability. So the anchor of fostering this economic stability by way of providing security to these infrastructures will help us to maintain and move forward as a developing country.
Having my guest in the studio, who happened to be the Acting Deputy Commandant General in charge of Critical National Assets and Infrastructure, Dr. Benito Eze, MNI. Yes, I'm talking about the prospect of the directorate. Can you just share some with us?
With the able directive and direction of our Commandant General, Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Audi, MNI OFR, who had given us the enabling environment to function. He had gone ahead to ensure that our policy document is being endorsed by Mr. President, and we are partnering with the Office of the National Security Advisor to ensure that those policies will be fully implemented. With the able leadership of our supervising minister, Dr. Olubunmi Tunji, who is giving us every necessary facility that we need to ensure that this work is effectively done. I believe that with cooperation, collaboration, and synergy, and effective policy put on ground, that the issue of vandalization of these infrastructures will soon be a thing of the past.
Yes, that's what we are. We are Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC. Yes, I'm having my guest in the studio, and you can be part of the conversation by sending your SMS to 080-6225-4163. 080-6225-4163. Yes, to go on with our conversation, we know first of every March, NSCDC will celebrate the International Civil Defense Organization, and this month really going to be like I'm talking about this year's celebration of the World Civil Defense Organization, and we'll be talking about the team and so many other things that will be going on here at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, talking about the World Civil Defense Day. Yes, I'm talking about the team. The team for this year is Civil Defense Guarantee of Security for the Population. So let's talk more about this. So what is International Civil Defense Organization all about, and what are the functions? Can you just let us know, sir?
The International Civil Defense Organization, of which Nigeria is a member country, has its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland, and is an intergovernmental organization created in Monaco in the year 1966 by a constituent assembly of member states with an international treaty. Its headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland, and the mandate is to promote and coordinate civil protection at the international level. That's actually its mandate. It is it has 66 member states, 16 observer states, and 23 affiliated members. The Corps is one of the active member states of the International Civil Defense Organization, and we joined them in the year 2004. This organization is saddled with the core responsibility to promote and the development of its member states, the structures, and ensuring the protection and assistance of populations, and safeguarding property and environment in the face of natural and man-made disasters.
I would like us to go. I would like you to talk more about the relationship now. What are the benefits NSCDC Nigeria is deriving from the International Civil Defense Organization?
The leadership of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps being headed by Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Audi, MNI OFR, is a scholar, and he so much believes in training and retraining of personnel. I will say that he had spent and put lots of structures in place to ensure that our personnel are always effectively trained and updated. Presently now, we are having a training that is going on since the inception of this ICDO week by the Search for Common Ground. And this Search for Common Ground is a non-governmental agency that has to do with early warning and early response mechanism, which is actually part of what NSCDC do. When the populace are prepared of whatever is the crisis coming up front, it will give them the opportunity to navigate even the challenges when they come. Early warning, early response. And that is part of our key stake.
Yeah, Defenders Radio on Citizen 93.7 FM, and I'm having my guest in the studio talking about the Acting Commandant General for Critical National Assets and Infrastructure, Dr. Benito Eze MNI. And we've been talking more about the International Civil Defense Organization and how we'll be celebrating it, and here, especially in Nigeria. So you are part of the planning committee, sir, and I know we have a week-long program. So I would like to just shed more light on that. So what are the things expected? What are the things to do for this 1 week? How is the celebration going to be like? Can you just share that with us, sir?
Week, which the leadership of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps have earmarked a full 1 week for this program. Actually, the Civil Defense Day is slated to be on 1st day of March, and it is globally celebrated by every member state. But here in Nigeria, because of the attachment and the interest our Commandant General has for this International Civil Defense Day, he had earmarked a full 1 week for this program. At the top management level, he had inaugurated a committee saddled with the responsibility to ensure smooth conduct and effective one for the celebration of this International Civil Defense Day. And we tagged it International Civil Defense Week. The program actually had kicked off this morning by 8 a.m. and with the theme, Civil Defense Guarantee of Security for the Population. Nigerian, with the services NSCDC provide in collaboration with other security agencies, will have a secured environment. For this program, this morning by 8 a.m., the Civil Defense Officers' Wives Association, who runs the Civil Defense Educational School, have earmarked this morning for the takeoff of the Median Inter-House competition, where we approach the dynamics with catching them young, ensuring that these kids, right from the age of 3, are being inculcated the culture of having feeling on how to protect themselves and protect the entire nation. Today being the day 1 of the program, then tomorrow had been earmarked as a roadwork enlightenment move exercise. You know, we have to keep fit. For us to be able to protect the populace, to provide the security of the populace, we have to be fit ourselves. So tomorrow, by 6 a.m., we'll be having a roadwork, which will span almost about 10-kilometer walk by the officers of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. And this will be simultaneously done across the 36 states of the country, including the FCT. Then in the evening, we are going to have a novelty match between the athletes of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps and our sister, the Nigerian Correctional Service, by 4 p.m. It will be an entertaining game. Wow. And I ask those of us who stay around to come and be part of it. You will really be especially thrilled and blessed. Then on the day 3, which is Friday, 28th of February, 2025. We are going to be having the special Jumat prayers for the commemoration of this ICDO Day. Then on Sunday, which is March 2nd, we are going to be having the special Sunday service for the commemoration of the ICDO Day. All this will be capped on Monday, the 3rd March, which will properly tag the ICDO Day. And during this day, which will take place at the National Headquarters Parade Ground of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, we have already earmarked some dignitaries that will be expecting. The Honorable Minister of Interior will be there. The respective service commanders that make up Interior Ministry, they will be there. Even our senior brothers from the military, we are also expecting them. The Chief of Defense Staff, we believe he will be there. And other special dignitaries. Together, collectively, with this awareness, Nigeria be a safe place.
He has been educating us and informing us about this long week program talking about the International Civil Defense Day. It's really going to be amazing, and people around you can just come and be part of the celebration. We always have it every 1st of March of every year. Well, it's been a full time, but we didn't have much time before we call it a day. Please, I would just like you to a kind of take-home message to people out there from you, sir. What's the take-home message?
Take-home message to Nigerians is that they should know that security is everybody's business. And for us to have an effective security and protection of our national assets, we need the collaboration and cooperation of every Nigerian. For us to guarantee security for the population, everybody needs to be involved. When you see something, you say something. Early warning and early response is the key and guarantee for effective security.
This morning, when you see something, you say something. And again, it said security is a collective responsibility. So this will be drawing the curtain on this week edition of the program. Thanks for being part of the program today. I'm sure when we call you again, you'll always be around.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. So to our people out there, thanks for being part of the program. And if you still want to know more about NSCDC, you can send your SMS to that number that we open on the program. So you can just send your SMS to that. I still remain Babawali Afalabi. And before I go, I have to give props to this radio station talking about Citizen, now 3.7, all the management and staff of this radio station. Thanks so much for being part of what we are doing at NSCDC. And also, I will never forget, our Super Duper Commandant General, Dr. Hamid Abubakar Howdy, MNI OFR, for this awesome privilege and for the great work we are doing at the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. And to you people listening live on the program, talking about Citizen 3.7 FM, you are amazing. Thank you. God bless. God be with you. Till we catch same time, same station. Peace. We're out of here. Bye for now.
We are Nigeria's Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCD.